Welcome to the Our Forever Smiles podcast, a podcast created to support mothers of children who were born with clefts and those who love them. I'm your host, Laura Arroyo. Welcome back to another episode of the Our Forever Smiles podcast, Diaries and Support. We are actually here with a return guest, one of my favorite guests. And we are continuing the series through the ACPA meeting, and she is an exhibitor here, but also a very well-known person in the community. So welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you so much. Yes. Last time we talked, you said, I want to be at the ACPA meeting. You were like, I am not going to miss out again this time. So here, you did it. You're here.
I had major FOMO because I just saw all the cool things that, was happening here. And obviously, what it's like to bring innovation to, the healthcare space. And so just like being able to be a part of that, right? Like even day to day, and has been, at the exhibit and stuff like that. But have you been able to go to some of the sessions and stuff?
No. We are just so busy. We're just having people come see our table. They want to learn about the CozeeCoo. They want to know how to bring it on. This is just a really vibrant crew of people. They are decision makers with hearts of gold, and they're on missions. So, no, we've been busy. How about you?
Yeah, I tried to cover some of this as well, like just on Instagram, and also I think one of the things that parents have reached out to me on is like, how can I be more involved in this? And like, what is this? The ACPA. And so it's kind of one of those things like, the conference itself is for professionals and, that are working with technology, doing research and the studies and stuff like this. Of course, it's open to cleft-affected individuals and families as well. But the primary, purpose the organization is that. So people ask questions about how they can be more involved. And I always just say like, it first starts with your own team, so see how you can support your team through this.
Absolutely.
So connect with them first and see what you can do for them or with them. So I had to say, I have gone to some of the sessions just to kind of have some insight on what is the latest for families, right?
Absolutely. It changes so much.
Yeah, and it does. And then what I also learned is that it also kind of goes back to, so like old practices that they used to have, they may look at as well and see how they can kind of refine things. And so what's kind of been like your big highlight of the meeting?
So I've learned, because we sell directly to customers and families, and that's very quick, fast-paced, whereas in the healthcare industry, it takes a while for things to happen. So I met everyone 3 years ago, and now we're finally becoming a vendor with the hospitals, and it's this slow process, but it snowballs and it's beautiful. So a lot of the faces that I know and adore and I work with, and the nonprofits are like, this is incredible. Like, how can we do more together? And so it's just this gorgeous growth that it's all here. Yeah. I will say that I get nervous before I come to these, like, oh, maybe I don't need to go, or maybe like, I don't know. I just self-doubt. And then I get here, I'm like, what am I taught? Like, what self-talk? Where did that come from? Like, this is where it's at.
Yes. And I jumped right in, and I'm sorry. I feel like we're like, fast friends, but, and you've been on the podcast before, but what is it that you have created for the cleft community? Or
right.
We didn't even say we're like talking about the thing without saying it. So for those who don't know us, what do you do, Jennifer?
I am the CEO, founder, and inventor of the CozeeCoo, which is a wearable baby blanket and medical device. So it holds a baby's hands below the chest while retaining movement in the elbows, limbs, body, and hips. So in this way, baby can reposition while sleeping and also rolling, which is very important because then a baby can use it after 3 months old. So it's not a swaddle. and it's just game changing. We have 6 sizes. It's newborn preemie, 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, and 12 to 15 months. And in this way, of the arm span measurement, our size 12 to 15 can actually fit toddlers age 2 and 3 years old. But it works in the car seat. It works while diaper changing. It is washer and dryer safe, so just very game changing. But also, the diaper changing is massive, because it used to take me and my husband and I 2 people to change a diaper because my son would just scratch his face. And I'll get into that. I feel like, yeah, we need to catch up with this story. The reason that I created the CozeeCoo was because my son had severe eczema and food allergies. And so he would just scratch his face nonstop and created bleeding scratches, skin rubbed raw, hair loss, and we just couldn't sleep. It was unmanageable. My background is 15 years of custom dressmaking, and I helped him the best way I knew how, which was with a garment. So it helped us so much that our doctors said, hey, you have a responsibility now. And we now help babies on many different medical healing journeys, including cleft lip and palate, through their healing journeys, and to not touch their face, and to give them that time to heal, and to not take their NOM devices out. We help with breathing tubes, feeding tubes, the nasal cannulas, just anything where the baby should not be touching above their chest, their face. So even cochlear hearing devices, we're still learning about applications.
Hi, I am so sorry to interrupt the show, but I just want to tell you about today's sponsor. Today's show sponsor is Sienna Media Integrated Marketing Agency. Sienna Media is more than just a marketing agency. They are your partners in progress. Their mission is simple: to alleviate marketing bandwidth, allowing creative business owners to focus on what they set out to do: create. Sienna Media empowers creatives to thrive without the burden of managing their own social media and marketing campaigns. Visit siennadawnmedia.com.
This actually sparked another question, and it is just slightly personal, but for your son in particular, and maybe other families as well, having the garment on, the CozeeCoo now is, I guess my first thought is, that urge to itch, or to scratch because they're feeling itchy. Do you feel like it's kind of, I just think of it as a way like, I have an itch that I can't scratch.
Right. That's a great question. I wondered that same thing when my son had it on to begin with, and it calms him down. I really, we're looking into finding out more of the data behind it, because I think that's our language, right? That's doctors' language. I want to find out why they are so calm in this. I think there's a hug factor, and it just calms the system. If it's really itchy, it's more of like, so eczema is considered the rash. What do they call it? The itch that rashes. So the skin could look completely fine, but if it itches, you're going to scratch it, and then it will get worse. So if you have topical medications that should be on the baby that actually make it not itch and help heal the skin, they will take that off if they itch it. And then it gets substantially worse and it spreads. So that's what I did. We did use the steroids, and anyone will want to work with their doctor to figure out what's best for their family in those situations. But the CozeeCoo gave us the ability to sleep, because he didn't wake up at night from scratching his face, because they scratch so hard that it wakes the babies up, and then nobody's sleeping. There's just zero sleep. So by using the CozeeCoo, then the families can sleep, and then they can have the time to figure out what those underlying issues are, those underlying ingredients or allergies or whatnot.
Yeah. And so what has been the response here? I know we talked a little bit before starting. that, I mean, I don't understand how any doctor here doesn't know about the CozeeCoo, but
Thank you.
but there are,
Yeah.
there are.
Yeah, they're busy people. Yeah.
And also, the families have to mention it or have to bring them. So what is like the response and the feedback that you get while here? And
It's so great. So I would say the nurses are our entourage. They just love the CozeeCoo and they go, "This is so amazing." Our babies love it. Our families love it. And they will bring their surgeons over and say, "This is what I want you to bring on." And surgeons have a lot on their plate. They're like, okay, like get it in, like fine. They give the okay and they go, "Sure, this, if it works for my patients, if it makes them happier, they want the best for their patients."
Yeah.
So, yeah. But everyone wants to grow it. Like what's the next step? You guys have a vendor package. We have a great vendor package now. And a lot of people don't know that it is a medical device, a class 1 FDA registered medical device, which means HSA and FSA can cover it.
Yes. Is that new?
It wasn't. I just learned that that's how the system works. So once we were a medical device,
you can cover it.
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like I didn't. I would have shared that in the
I
first time
didn't
we
know
recorded.
that I could say, or that it worked like that, or that. I mean, this is organic. My background is dressmaking.
Yeah.
I'm a mom with an invention, and I have to say, okay, well, where does this fit? How does this fit into what life is and where it can go? So HSA, so long as the doctor says, yes, my patient needs this, then it is a registered medical device, and they cover it.
You can get it.
Yep.
Wow. You should try to get it on the FSA website.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Great idea. See, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
You should. So you talked about the vendor package, which is another thing I don't think that we talked about on our last episode. And I've seen more recently like partnerships with Tests Unlimited and like just different things like that. How do people, I guess, get the CozeeCoo like in bulk like that,
Right. So we do sell directly on our website. And so if someone wants to just buy in bulk, they can. But a lot of healthcare facilities need purchase orders because there's a lot of departments that they go through to get this to be in the facility. And so in order to be a vendor, there's a lot of paperwork. And so this vendor package has all the codes that they need. It has the description of what the CozeeCoo is. It has the HSA form that I created, so it just makes it nice and easy. There is our pricing. What else is in there? It's literally everything a facility requires in order for us to be a vendor. So it's just all in one spot.
Gotcha. And being a vendor would just mean
that the hospital has okayed it, that they have all of our data in the system, and that they can send us a purchase order and that we can then fulfill it and they can get the CozeeCoo.
Gotcha. And then just give it to their patients, basically.
Right. And so we have...
similar to what they do with the no-nos.
Yeah.
Because my team just gave me some. I didn't have
That's right. That's right. Yes. So we have hospitals that have the CozeeCoo for the craniofacial department. And then that baby might go into NICU later. And then the NICU department goes, "Hey, what is this? This is cool." And then craniofacial will be like, "Oh yeah, these are pretty awesome." And NICU now is like, "Hey, we want to get these in as well." So I'm like, we're already a vendor. Let's connect. Let's figure this out. So it's very organic. Yeah.
So I'm in love with, I like to talk strategy, like business strategy type of things. How do you, as of course you come to places like this to sort of get the word out as well, but like how do you're one woman.
I am.
How have you been able How have you been able to spread this so that something like that happens, right? Where it's like, okay, you're a vendor there and craniofacial they see this CozeeCoo in the NICU and
Yeah. So I will say that growing is, while it is very organic, I have to grow too. I need to change into a different person every year. My version of myself last year won't apply to now. So it is interesting. we're doing really well and getting the word out. I thought that I had enough stock, that I had produced enough product to overlap our growth, and we still sold out. And
Oh, the recent restock you just did.
we were out of stock for at least like a month out of 3 sizes. And while that's great for growth, that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to not have a product that babies need. But our community is so beautiful, and they all came through and they said, you know what, I have this size. Let me help you. And that's what I'm about. This is like a movement. This is we are growing because of the community behind us, because we're here in abundance to help one another. Sometimes we give, sometimes we receive, and we take turns.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So what's coming down the pipe for CozeeCoo?
Down the pipeline?
What's the new, the latest and greatest that we can expect?
Let's see. Wow, I don't know.
Just more CozeeCoos for family.
We're working with a lot of nonprofits. We are now working with Smile Train. So for every CozeeCoo that is sold, $1 goes to Smile Train. And we just started this. So already the community itself has helped at least one child to get a full surgery, and it costs about $400 for one baby to fully be taken care of for like a lip repair surgery. So that has happened already.
Hey everyone, it's Laura here. I'm popping in today because I need your help. If Our Forever Smiles has ever helped you, if you've learned something new, felt less alone, or found hope through this podcast, then I'm asking you to help keep it going. Creating this podcast, sharing stories, and building a space where Cleft families feel seen and supported is something that I pour my heart into. But the truth is, I cannot do it alone. If we want to reach more families and provide even more resources, we need your support. So I thought of a creative way to do this. For just $2 a month, you can help ensure this podcast keeps going strong. For $5 a month, you'll unlock exclusive Moms in Real Life content, real unfiltered conversations about motherhood and career and everything in between. And then for $10 a month, you can get everything plus exclusive merch to show your support. If this podcast has helped you and you want to see it grow to help other families that are probably facing the very same challenges that you are facing right now, please consider supporting us today. Every dollar goes toward making a difference for Cleft families just like yours. And right now, we'll be using the funds to elevate the show for production. So we'll be able to add more video and just get new equipment. And as soon as this community is established and we're able to do more, we definitely plan to go beyond the scope of just this community. We want to be able to support scholarships for new craniofacial surgeons. We want to be able to support global surgeries and just really spread our efforts to continue to make an impact in our community. I just want to thank you in advance, and I'm just so grateful that you all are able to support me and support this community here. And it's definitely something that I'm really looking forward to. The link is in the show notes, and I just want to do a shameless plug here. The Moms in Real Life podcast is so cool, so candid, and yeah, it's definitely something that you'll want to check out. Thank you all again.